Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 17. It's the long-belated Week 5, as I don't know if there was a Dota patch in the background that I missed that fixed this, or I don't know if there was some methodology that I did that fixed this, but I can look at old replays again. So we're looking at Block of Cheddar, the White Joel Birch team, taking on Rylai's Bristleback Ribs Space Cowboy team. And we're looking at drafts because I already got spoiled for drafts first time I did this, or rather we, because with me here as always is the Doctor Dota Randy.
Hello. I said this is a PL game like a week and a half ago, and it's still a PL game.
That's true. Outside of the PL in particular, I think I generally favor the Space Cowboy lineup. The PL isn't particularly well answered by any of this stuff, but it's like outside of the Pause 1 matchup and Viper for most of the game, it's going to be pretty rough, but not unwinnably rough. Like if if Coffee Cat has a bad game, if he doesn't, I don't know why he's talking about ad for him. If Coffee Cat doesn't have a good game, if he does not, like if he gets killed a few times early on, it can be pretty tough for these guys to like have a match, I think. In
So
particular,
maybe it's PL is the only hero doing anything on his team and everyone else dies around him? Or
maybe.
what?
Problem is that they have a nice little way to get rid of that eventually when the Viper gets the eggs. This hero is actually useless into PL until he gets that, but the moment that he does, he turns from useless into PL into an ungodly annoyance for PL. You can really easily just time a nosedive for right after he comes out of his W, and just slam him and all of his illusions and make them all cry. And unless you get items that PL really doesn't want to get, there's not that much you can do about it. You also have the Dawnbreaker as well. That Solar Guardian could be an issue for him. Though, the Solar Guardian and the Tree Ult are probably going to be more ways to stop PL and disengage rather than ways to kill PL, for the most part. So, the PL is going to be bad. I don't think anybody else really is. Like, Ember Spirit into Viper is gonna get his Flame Guard level 1 and immediately lose about half of it. Very sad, but oh no, it actually got to disappear naturally over time. The Ember Spirit, I think, is gonna have a rough time actually getting anything done after lane phase, and even in lane, he's still gonna need a couple levels where he starts getting like concerning for Viper. They decided not to lane the Timbersaw into the Drow Ranger. They decided to lane him into the Wraith King instead, which is not a bad idea. Anyway, before I get too much farther into that, now that the game has started, let's do the best part of the cast, the roll call. On Block of Cheddar, Pause 1 on the Phantom Lancer, you've got Coffee Cat. Pause 2 on the Viper, you've got Venus. Pause 3 on the Timbersaw, you've got Dusty. Pause 4. Wait, no, I just said Venus. It's not true. It's White Joel Birch, captain of the team on the Ember Spirit. Pause 3, you got Dusty on the Timber. Pause 4, you got Shone, who I guess is pronounced like Shone because his sponsor is now Shonely fans on the Hoodwink. And pause 5, you've got Sabo on the Undying, who is going to sadly be First Blood at this exact moment. And let's look at that nonsense having a bot. Shone's gonna get hit with the Blood Grenade, actually gets the Acorn out and then dies to Potato. Very nice. Then he gets tipped by everybody actually. Anyway. On the other side of the coin, for Rylai's Bristleback Ribs, pause 1, you have Phoenix, formerly known as Dej, on the Drow Ranger. Pause 2, you have Venus, who I just incorrectly attributed to the other team on the Viper. Pause 3, you've got Barrel Rider on the Wraith King. Pause 4, laning against his former captain there. Pause 4, you've got Space Cowboy on the Dawnbreaker. And pause 5, you've got the Luke's, also known as Shepherd's Tone, on the Treon Protector. The team of many names, you know. So PL and a Drow is definitely going to make, like, this lane swap from Block and Cheddar was definitely a very good idea. Like, I really strongly like both of these lanes a lot more. Like, Dawnbreaker is the only support that I feel like is actually any pressure for the PL in this lane. Treant ain't going to do that, really. So, getting rid of the Dawn is nice for the PL, even if this lane sucks ass for the Undying. And then on the other hand, okay, Rip Shone died of getting a Lotus. Then on the other hand, like, Wraith King into Timbersaw is pretty damn... Both of these guys really into Timbersaw pretty damn bad. I mean, Dawnbreaker is universal, don't get me wrong. Oh no, she's strength, never mind, so it's even worse. I was going to say she's universal, but she's very heavily reliant on strength. No, she's just strength. Tombstone going up here. Looking at Mr. Luke's. But Undying is having a very hard time actually going into the... Okay, maybe Phoenix went a little far here. Well, grenade gonna go out. Multi-shot is gonna get the top.
Sitting underneath the tower. What's going on?
Yeah, PL was doing it underneath the tower, but sadly for him, a little early. He's doing no damage under there.
That was really weird. I'd be confused if I was the Drow in this lane.
Yeah, I thought for sure she was dead there, but nope. She lived that. She also has some raindrops to make that PLQ a bit less of a problem for a while. You're definitely going to feel like naked as this Drow until you get this gust. Like, you're going to feel like you're not wearing pants at all in this lane. It's going to be quite awkward laning into this. I would not feel safe into these guys ever. So far, it's been pretty good. Luke's has been doing good work on this Treant Protector. It seems to be a very strong hero this season for whatever reason. It's not particularly meta. I guess everyone is just very used to playing it after... No, it's not bad. It's just not in, like, the top 1%. I guess everyone's still just used to playing it after that season and a half where it was just monstrously, like, the only support you could pick, basically. Tree's been doing good. Drow still probably doesn't feel that safe. On the other hand, Wraith King has unsurprisingly been doing terrible. Honestly, at this point, I would genuinely consider just swapping out, like, just TPing the two cores to the opposite, like, the opposing lanes, right? Like, Wraith King is just doing unimaginably bad here, cannot really do any better. Okay, maybe he could a little bit. Nope. He's gonna barely miss the Timber Saw as he uses the last of his mana to chain out. He has no mana restore, so they are going to get a temporary reprieve from him, at least. But, either switch to the two cores now, perhaps, and you might be in a better situation here. I mean, the Undying's gonna have a lot of fun if you do that, but...
I don't like Drow into Timber until she's level 6.
Nah, she's fine. As long as she has a single point of Gust, this guy doesn't do anything. You can Gust in the middle of a Timber chain. It just super sucks. It's like ultra terrible.
Irritating.
It's ultra terrible.
Not like it's not like either of these heroes are necessarily going to kill Drow Ranger. It's just that she would rather not lean against either of them if given the option.
But the difference is like, and I do think up until level 6, like she is still really annoying for him to deal with. Especially in this particular lane, because the tree coverage here is not great compared to the top lane here. And yeah, the Gust is just like, it just super sucks. Everything Timber Saw does is fairly predictable, right? Like, when he Timber Chains, it's like a straight line that he can't cancel. You can get rid of that usually fairly easily. Viper is here, he is shielded, which we're not allowed to know what that shield looks like. Timber Saw is going to take the Lotus for one more Timber Chain, use that to get out of here. Kind of an ill-advised time to gank, as Dawnbreaker was not even in the lane when that happened. Was that at the Wisdom Rune spot? Kind of annoying. Just not well timed, unfortunately, for old Viper. Things are so far not going his way either. He probably really would have wanted to get that kill. Unfortunately for Viper, his early lane is just, or his early game is just going to be terrible, and there's not really anything he can do about that. You can't gank either of these lanes. He's going to be useless until actual fights start. He can't gank either of these lanes, nor is he that great in the lane he's actually in, though. Ember Spirit is going to give him a break for a minute. Okay. Let's take a look at that happening. I did not expect Sean to actually go down here. Was this going to be they hit all the buttons on him? Yep, they just hit all the buttons on him and he's done. Timbersaw's got his Veil of Discord now. Wraith King's got his ult, but he does not actually have the mana for it. Whoops. Luckily, he isn't going to need it in the next couple of seconds. He is quite tanky at the moment. At least comparatively. Timbersaw can change that quite easily, but at the moment he's quite tanky, and Timbersaw is quite low on mana, so... Does have his ult now, though I doubt he's going to be able to really use it. I don't know, I feel like Ember Spirit would just honestly be better off just playing this lane than trying to hit the jungle camps here. Like, Viper should have been in a box here, unable to do anything of value, but he's actually gonna have, like... He is actually catching up to the Ember Spirit now. His deficit used to be a lot worse, and could have been extended. He is going to go back in on him now. For at least the moment. You know, it starts off miserable against the Viper, don't get me wrong, I understand why your instinct would tell you go to the jungle, but like, by this point you've got level 4 Flame Guard, you've got your ult, you've got your Flight of Fist, you can dodge his ult, you can make his damage nothing, you can watch your Undying's name become a lot more inappropriate. Nothing else, the Radiant are still, for the most part, ahead of their dire counterparts. So notably, as this lane has gone on, things have gotten harder and harder for PL. I haven't been watching up here too much, honestly. I do think there is a good chance that that is just down to, oh, no, he's gonna be okay. I do think there is a good chance that it's just down to Coffee Cat perhaps not having the experience on this hero that he has with some of his others. 4 men here at the bot lane. They want this Wraith King, they want him bad. I'm not exactly sure what those Searing Chains just got, but it wasn't Wraith King. Stepo. True enough. Very unfortunate situation there in a way. I mean, sad for Wraith King who's already behind and now has to sit there sucking his thumb under T1 for a minute. And bad for Hoodwink who died, but they just brought the Ember Spirit bot and they TP'd a 4th down here into this lane. Old Coffee Cat now getting trailed. This Viper Strike gets off. Yeah, he's dead. You can dodge all you want, buddy, but nothing gets rid of that skill in the game. Except dying. Dying doesn't. So... because of that, all that manpower they pulled out to try and get the Wraith King, they ended up losing their PL, who is in a... Well, to say the least, it's much more critical for this team that PL does good than that Wraith King does badly, so it's definitely not an equal trade. Try pulling her own creeps. Luke's is too good for that kind of deal. Unfortunately, she was pulling her own wave in a Timbersaw.
It's fine, because she also gets to take creeps unless she gets
they live for it.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be fine, because as I said, you had the annoying gust there that just trapped Timbersaw in the middle of this nonsense, and they got rid of him. Viper also showed up, but ultimately did not need to. Sad for him. Timbersaw is the top core on the Dire, or on the Radiant, as you can see from the net worth chart here. So that is a pretty good kill. Certainly much more valuable than that kill they got on the Hoodwink bot on the other team. Viper is gonna say no Undyings here, please. Actually, almost gets him. But unfortunately, will now probably die for his trouble. Yeah, we'll definitely
to
die for his
copycat.
trouble. No, he's totally fine.
Unfortunate. He's dead to copycat.
Slightly unfortunate thing about Viper in this game is that you can't use Viper Strike on like a low value target. You gotta use it on, you basically really have to use it on the Timber Saw. If you don't, you have nothing to stop him. He can just walk at you and kill you. Now the good news is if you do drop ult on the Timber, he's just dead, but you have situations like that there. And that was a really horrible kill to drop. He got nothing done for it, lost his own life. He's a top net worth in the game. Lost the T1 here. And they might lose Space Cowboy as well in their retreat. Yep. So that one death on Viper had massive consequences. So to say the least, Undying is probably pretty happy about that whole turn of events. He does have mail. He is looking at a quick Rod of Atos into Force Staff here. Rod of Atos, another annoying thing for Timber to have to deal with. Not going to be able to, I mean, he's going to have the Shiva's Guard, and he should get it. It's like a get it every game item on Timber right now, but it's going to be sad for him. He's not going to be able to survive just on the grounds of having the Shiva's Guard alone in this game. He's going to have something to do about the Viper Strike and the Atos. First, he's going to cut down the tree, though. And the sad thing is that there's not really much that accounts for both. It's like you can get BKB for the Hoodwink. Trying to intercept this stack here. Well, that was clever, but it's not going to get away from Dawnbreaker's big stupid hammer throw. Got Wraith King a little A here, which he badly needed, so nice turn of events for the Space Cowboy team. Mage Slayer up on the Amber Spirit.
Ags versus PL, Ags versus Dawnbreaker as well. Getting lots of Ags rushes in this game.
Yep, Ags on Dawn, Ags first on PL, not too surprising.
Yeah, you can Ags rush on PL if it looks like you can afford to. Okay.
These guys have just got to stop walking up to towers alone. Like, one TP starts and these guys can already just die.
It's a decent Radiance timing, maybe. Okay, maybe not. Actually, he doesn't have any gold. I seem to be like 600 or something.
Nope. I mean, he might have been before he died.
Still an okay Radiance timing.
He would have had about 400.
No, I'm not sure you need a Radiance on a team with a Drow, but let's just say.
I think it's not a bad thing to get. It's an item that's quite annoying for the PL to deal with in particular, so there's that. Just kind of addresses, like, both of his major weak spots. Okay, Drow.
Oh, no.
Drow in trouble. They're gonna bring in the boys to deal with this.
Oh, he didn't touch it. Unfortunate.
Yeah, they actually...
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
This could be much worse. No, it's actually fine. Drow's gonna get away, and Ember Spirit is not.
Nice positioning. Tree runs to where the remnant is. Very nice.
This is a very interesting game so far in terms of who's dying. It's like everybody is just getting picked in these horrific looking 1v5s. Nobody's actually... There's not been an actual fight yet. Not only has there not been an actual fight, there's not even been like a 1v1 or 2v2 scenario. Every kill for a long time has basically been like outside of maybe the one on Hoodwink earlier, every kill has just been this horrible like 5-on-1 or 5-on-2 situation. For both teams, which is unusual. Usually it's one of those two ways. Like, one team wants to fight, the other team just wants picks. But this game, both teams are getting picks, neither team wants fights. Timber Saw is going to blink out there. Going to be his reveal, I believe. Rod of Atos on the Viper.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Joe going for the Manta style here. Dawnbreaker showing everybody where the triangle is. Wraith King learned his lesson from last time and is not going to step in front of that tower again. First tower for his team there, which is a little concerning when he's the one who's got a Treant protector, I must say. Does Tree actually have a seal at this point? No, he does not. Okay. That might be part of it.
It's an aggro tree on build.
PL Ag's now up.
Radiant are scanning.
Everything's getting a little tense here. We're gonna have Viper.
Is under attack.
I don't know how hard they're looking. They're looking. Treant going to be splitting here at bot. PL's going to say none of that, please. As he probably should.
Dire's top tower is under
Leapnir out on the Viper. Dawnbreaker now just 1,000 short of Ronags. They are walking at him. This is pretty deep. Hyper Strike going out here. Viper is actually going to be the first one to fall. Dusty very quickly follows, and man, Ember Spirit's in a bad way here. Goodbye. Goes right down. Wraith King takes the grave as well. Going for 2 there. Might be more. Kinda looking unlikely. This Hoodwink is really annoying to catch. Nope. 1 for 3. It really sucks losing the Viper there, but Wraith King just got so much money for that he is now in 2nd place for net worth. 827 gold as his Radiance. So Wraith King now at the top of the net worth charts, which is gonna be annoying. Because, you know, I mentioned earlier about PL. PL's at the bottom. He's just got Ags, and Wraith King kinda almost beat him. He got basically at the same time an item that's really quite good against the PL Ags, so that's kind of annoying. Like, you kind of 1 step forward, 1 step back there. You definitely have a window with the PL here. There's going to be a long part of this game where this PL is untouchable. Where he is completely unstoppable. And I had to tab out there to make sure Randy could see. So apologies for the hitch, but it's going to be a long part of this game where this PL is totally untouchable, where you can just kill everybody and not worry about it in the slightest. There's also going to be a long part of this game where the PL does absolutely nothing, because the Viper can just the Viper can just Ags right on top of his face, in conjunction with the Dawnbreaker ult, and the PL just kind of dies in the wake of it, and his team's not going to be able to help much. So they need to absolutely hit that window. They need to absolutely make light of that window, right? Like, if they don't, then this game could get bowling shoe ugly real quick. Dawnbreaker Ags now out. I don't have the best defense team in the world either. They got the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit's pretty good. Hoodwink can be annoying, but beyond that, it's just kind of guys that can be blinked on if you try to defend. Speaking of trying to defend and getting blinked on, Space Cowboy here. It's going to have the last laugh as Viper is going to be out in time to get rid of him. Though Drow just took a random flashing here. They're not done! You guys aren't done! Okay. Oh my god. Everybody walked away from Ember Spirit before he actually died. But luckily,
he had Viper dots on him, so...
Yeah. He did have Viper dots on him, but he has the ability to dodge those. And he has Flame Guard.
Yeah, but he didn't, so it's fine.
Well, he didn't, only because he stopped short in the tower, and everybody realized at the last second, oh crap. 3 for 2 there, Drow Ranger going down, not great. In fact, it's so not great that just with those 2 kills alone, everybody on the Radiant who died still made money off of it. But overall, a victory for the Dire here. A lot of money changing hands, particularly into the pockets of Wraith King and Viper. Wraith King now working on an Ags. Ags is going to be really annoying for that team to deal with, actually. There's a lot of things like the tree ult, like the Viper crap that they really would rather get rid of very quickly into a fight, and Aghanim Scepter makes that an impossibility unless, I don't know, unless Beryl gets sick, decides to stay home that day. What? Why? No! Viper! I guess he didn't have vision and was scared, but... Oh, you have Gleep, my friend. Saddest thing I've ever seen. He just blew up the DD.
Radiant's top tower is
Hi.
under
Who needs it?
Oh, Undying feels like almost a non-presence in this game is going to have us mech out. I feel like you need a little bit more money than this to be doing much on Undying in a game that looks like this. Like, well, Shown keeps getting out of vision at the literal last second, so they're gonna give up on him. I'm gonna bring in the Undying here just to make sure his exit is secure, but they weren't really chasing this anymore anyway. Looking at Dusty instead, somehow determining that Timbersaw is a tantalizing target. Never mind, Timbersaw has decided he does not want to be a tantalizing target, courtesy of the vision they got there. They actually have generally a pretty major vision advantage at the moment on Radiant. Dire's wards are mostly in pretty useless spots so nobody's going. Space Cowboy just got eaten a second flat there. It's
Yeah,
very
that's-
sad.
What the
And
hell
yeah.
is even that? Oh god, I think I'm gonna be sick.
The rune of invisibility. Death tax.
He's gonna have his holy locket soon. Sadly, that's not really gonna prevent what just happened to him from happening again, but you know. I'm rich, said Space Cowboy. I'm poor, says Shown.
He's rich
You're
because he
gonna-
got tipped like 7 times.
It's true. They're gonna bring guys over here to deal with this. Beryl almost thinks about going and meeting with them, but makes the last second
Okay.
great Gus.
Oh,
Makes
the
the last
Gus.
second decision. Maybe not. Where is this Dawnbreaker going? This is pretty nuts. It is going
He's
right on top
murdering
of Joel's head is the answer.
He's murdering everybody. Oh boy.
First life on the Wraith King, that's all they got! 4 kills.
Okay.
They better hope that PL 1v5 thing I was talking about is literal at that rate. Literally all they got was a reincarnate off Wraith King.
Pretty sick spellcasting actually. Like the Gus was perfect. Like the Dawnbreaker ult just destroyed that fight.
Yeah, I was really worried for the future of the Viper there. Broken. I was really worried for the future of the Viper there, but both Viper and Drow actually got out of that A-OK. Look, they have 2 waves now.
Radiant's bottom
Wraith King once more.
attack.
He ain't gonna get it though. It's about
Radiant structures are fortified.
just shy of 3/4 of the way to his
Radiant's
Ags.
bottom tower is under
Is
attack.
mostly done. He is not buying components due to his religious beliefs. Coffee Cat walking forward here. He is the man. But not that much of the man. Barrel Rider thinks he's flanking, but is actually just in front of everybody and dies. That's pretty bad. 2 for nothing. 693 gold changes hands. I would imagine at least a level or 2 there as well. Barrel Rider gets tipped. Probably rightfully. I can see why he did that. Again, he definitely thought there was that either there was nobody there, or that they were all right behind PL. He did not expect PL to be the only one walking forward and everybody else to be just sitting by the tower. But sadly for him, that's exactly what he got. Ember Spirit is tired of this.
Sometimes you just get boomed.
Yep. PL walking up to this T2 here.
Dire's structures are fortified.
very soon have Manta. Good dodge there.
Tower is under attack.
Wraith King gets the right
Okay,
one. Here comes
copycat.
Dawn. Bonk.
Revenge. Oh,
okay, yeah, he's gone.
Oh no, the RNG.
Tower is under attack. Dire's
Barrel actually guessed wrong there as well, which is the funny part. I'm out of tips, he says.
Like those clips you see on Fails of the Week where you doppelganger downhill and the only one that's uphill is the real one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in a way, it almost kind of worked in his favor, because Wraith King started taking the wrong one, but, not everybody was of the same opinion,
Oh, no.
so,
Well,
okay, this is...
Rest in peace.
Okay, well, he got the... Okay, he got
What?
actually got a...
He had
How
a
did he have
remnant
remnant
out?
out?
What a fucking genius. This guy's,
Okay.
tower is under
this guy's
attack.
big brain. Fucking brainiac over here has a random remnant.
I don't think he had... I think he casted that.
Or maybe.
Not
He
sure.
doesn't have eggs, so would it be that far?
I don't know.
I don't know, I think he had one.
Maybe.
He's just too good for our brains to comprehend.
There you go.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Looking for Viper here. Will not be finding him. Linear advantage currently favoring the Dire. If you're not sure what I mean by that, what I mean is everybody on Dire has an advantage over their Radiant counterpart,
Dire's
well,
top tower has fallen.
except for Dawnbreaker. Very sad day for Dawn.
Yeah. Considering buying like carry items, like Maelstrom Mage Slayer or something.
You mean like Maelstrom Mage Slayer? Yeah.
And travels. It's a Kai build.
The PL.
You
PL in
dodge
a
this-
lot of
that's
trouble.
like a terrible RNG again. Rest in
Yeah, he's
peace.
just gonna go down again. Okay. Well, that's horrible. Like, PL just randomly getting dropped. Middle of fights is pretty... Okay, that was probably not what Space Cowboy wanted to happen there.
Don't play Sunday sluts tonight. Whatever you do.
Well,
it's like the worst
sadly,
RNG I've ever seen.
sadly, this game was like a week ago.
Don't play Sunday sluts a week and a half ago. Yeah. Well, you know, gotta pretend.
Yeah. Replays breaking for like a week? What replays breaking for a week? I've never heard anybody say they needed to turn admin off to queue. This patch works. This patch
It
was
works
a major
now.
success, yeah. It was a major success when it dropped
It was
with
a
no
It
issues.
was a major success for banning cheaters. So, there's that.
There you go.
So now, when you lose, you can just
Okay.
say that
Well, this is
someone slipped
unfortunate.
through the cracks. Nice one.
This is
I think he's
really
still dead, though.
unfortunate.
He's definitely dead. They're using a billion spells on him. I think every core in this game has died solo at some point,
Yeah?
except Drow Ranger. Drow hasn't. She died like randomly in a fight.
Yeah, Drow's only randomly dropped in fights. Everybody else has indeed just randomly died alone.
Radiant are scanning.
Drow
He's a
eggs
great
up.
proponent of the buddy system, you know.
That's true. Drags us out, Drow. Everybody's walking at Drow, but she knows what's coming. And so does Dawnbreaker, gets the hell out of dodge. Rest of her team's a little eager to fight, though, outside of the Wraith King, who is notably notably now present here. Amazing how much one letter changes things, right? Well, Gleipnir gets nothing but illusions. This is a great Donald. Bonk. Timbers gets the first life out of Wraith King, that's all he gets. Without somebody more scary
It's
here.
hard disengaging right now.
Yeah. But it's kind of hard to disengage into this lineup, as it turns out. Oh, Gleipnir. Gleipnir comes
Is
out.
Remnant out? But
There is a remnant, but it's
chain-stunned.
just right next to the
Oh.
Wraith King.
Wraith King's standing there.
Yep.
What a guy.
3 for nothing. No PL in this fight. He was walking there, but never made it.
No, indeed. If PL's not in a fight, they just all die very
Yeah, it's
casually.
like a major rout. Which is really awkward because if PL gets caught, he just kind of dies. If PL's not there, his team dies. This is looking pretty awkward.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Viper just gonna... Well, he's gonna eat most of T2 men, that's gonna get glyphed.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Treant's a bit of a nutcase being up here.
He's invisible. You never know.
True, invisibility is invincibility.
Is under attack.
That's true.
Well, this is pretty
Fortunately,
sad.
Undying doesn't have a Shadow Blade, so...
Just gets very casually eaten. Wraith King is dead here.
Yeah, he is.
But he's gonna get his funny revenge on the Timber Saw at least.
Like 10 seconds until
Maybe?
ulti died.
No, he's not. They're actually gonna have a rout. He's actually gonna maybe die here? No. Maybe again, actually. This is so awkward.
Hurricane Pike.
Yeah. Treant, not Treant, the Dawnbreaker and the Hoodwink both gonna go
Get him,
down.
Phoenix. Oh, wow.
Gust, annoying.
Ghost. So PL in a fight, stuff happens. PL not in a fight, stuff doesn't happen.
Yeah, BKB there. That's very sad for Viper, who had to use his 9-second BKB to get out of there. Yeah, 2 for 4.
Yeah, I don't mean he necessarily didn't need to. Maybe he would have gotten chained or something.
Yeah, most likely. 2 for 4 there is not great for the Dire. 3,353 gold passes in the hands of the Radiant, predominantly to Timbersaw, funnily enough. Who's Eternal Shroud, as well as Sanj. A lot of that. Actually decided not to finish the Shiva's guard here. On one hand, there is the slightly concerning element of the fact that they barely won that fight with no Treant Protector and only 1 life on the Wraith King. Everybody on the Radiant had just a hair of HP left. On the other hand, they got 3,000 gold from it, so it can't be too sad, I guess.
Dire's bottom tower has been
Dire bot T2 going down, denied.
A tool to teach.
Dawnbreaker is only 1 level less than the Wraith King. I guess in fairness, 2 levels. Since he just hit 21 in the middle of that sentence, but you know. Alright, we're going for eggs. This is the item. When this thing comes out, it's gonna start being real hard. Like, it's gonna become a much harder game for the PL. I'm gonna get the Heart of Tarask.
If Viper presses spells, it does.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like
Gonna
anti-mage
be-
into Storm Spree, you know? It's a terrible matchup for Storm unless anti-mage should ult Crystal Maiden over and over again.
Drow gets free
That's fine.
shard.
Yeah,
What are
that's
you
fun.
looking at him? Got smoke out
Showed
here.
the fucking useless snow hill thing.
Yeah.
Dire are scanning.
Okay, that's trash.
Good for Siegen, though. They split very well away from this Dawnbreaker ult. They just retreated immediately.
Okay, again, another hard disengage.
Yeah, the tree ult
Okay.
actually does nothing. Wraith King deep into this fight is going to get the Hoodwink for free. That might be it.
So skittish.
Joel is pretty forward here. Coffee Cat ult. Coffee Cat not ult. He is just out. Coffee Cat's dead. Holy
Coffee
crap!
Cat
He's died. He's died so fast here.
Why is he dying? But I feel like a PL
Take a
should be
Viper ult.
dying in this fight, but I'm not sure what happened.
Timbersaw tries to get out of here. Only gets out of life.
Okay, that's very concerning.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Sadly, Viper has no shard, but they are still going to be able to beat the backdoor here anyway. I'd be a little surprised they're able to do it on this one.
Just skeletons, not creeps. That's why it's backdoored. My
Radiant
bad.
structures are fortified. Dire structures are
Defensive Glyph is going to come out to preserve this wave in the light of Ember Spirit.
They lose Rex here.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
You know, one nice thing about the Glacier is that when you're in this situation, you can use it to attack uphill. Just chip at it.
has fallen.
So I've seen it used for, I think you've seen it, maybe the games as well, where the Drow just sits on the on top of the Glacier and just snipes uphill because it gives you bonus range and uphill vision. This is starting to look real bad for Team Space Cowboy.
Yeah,
The,
if PL dies that easily in fights, like I'm still not
Viper
sure what
Axe
he's
is done.
trying to do. Dark Ranger?
I think in that fight he just it was just a simple matter of he was standing on the break goo and Viper was hitting the right one. Well, it's not break goo anymore, yeah. He was sitting on top of the slow attack speed goo, and Viper was hitting the right one.
I guess it is just like death to 1,000 cuts for Viper plus the draw damage.
Yeah. Gonna do
It's like
the
very
rush here.
concerning actually. Like that last fight makes me think it's PG, but we'll see.
Yeah, it looks very bad. Again, Viper Axe is done. Yeah, he's bringing it in as we speak.
Sean has fallen to the dire.
Draw
Like,
Ranger
PL
does
is
it
not
first.
it's not the beast he was a year ago.
Joel is going to try and cut this wave. Nobody sees, nobody cares. He has his own Shiva's guard. Everybody sees, but nobody wants to do anything about it. He probably has a remnant up at least somewhere. Viper going to walk right into him. Maybe, no, Viper's going to stop and do the next camp. And then see him on this wave. Gonna... Oh no, okay. So it is fine. He is just gonna
It's
get out of
fine.
here.
Yeah, it's fine. Nice arm.
He's gonna drop BKB for that. That was his 8 seconds. And he's not gonna have it in any kind of defense on this T2 top, which is slightly unfortunate, but much better than dying. Timbersaw has Lotus Orb up. Which, for the most part, is going to be the Don't Viper Strike Me button. Doesn't dispel terribly much else. I don't... Okay, this does, this is dispellable, so you can dispel that. So there you go.
Manta style.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's actually not great in the PL if the PL knows what he's doing. This is what I gather from that.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Because he buys Manta in every single game.
That's true, but you're also controlling the Manta doing it.
Well, sure, what else is he gonna Manta? I guess, like, you can't Manta Viper Strike. That's like
Radiant's top tower.
Treant ult, I guess. I don't know, not that.
Triol, Gleipnir, Gust. Gust is a pretty big one.
Gust, yeah, I guess. Okay.
Lots of stuff falling on this fight here. Lotus Orbs used on the PL here. Actually
You'll
made it
still
out of it,
dying
okay.
instantly. Oh my god.
First life down on Wraith King, Hoodwink down. Undying down. Gonna lose Dawnbreaker, has the skeleton buff. Gust out here, but they're kinda out of damage at this point.
There's 2 people just running at the shower right now. You need to protect
Yeah,
your
Wraith
drow, my
King
friend.
doesn't care.
Please. Okay. He has Aegis, so it's not that bad, but... Okay. Unfortunate.
Aegis is just now going down.
That would have been a
Before it
really
gets
sick
back.
play if Brown didn't have Aegis.
And no, it's still fine.
Okay,
She is
it's-
still gonna
it's-
die.
It's good actually, because uphill's impossible. Very
Yep,
good.
please nerf the fuck out of buyback. Make it twice as or at least 50% more expensive. Make the cooldown on it twice as long. How many bought there? Only 2, but look at what it did.
I
Three
mean,
for-
to be
3
fair,
for
they did.
6.
Dusty and Joel did play that well. They just like
That's true.
literally ran through everyone into the drow, like right in her face, so you don't get marksmanship buff and
Dire's
like
bottom
you're
tower is under attack.
getting killed basically.
Yeah, I think as well they took it poorly there. I think Beryl got a overinflated sense of his worth in this game. Decided he was the boss one there, did not need to do anything to protect the drow.
Dire's
Drow was not
structures
protected.
fortified.
As it turned out,
Dire's
funny how that
middle
works.
tower is under attack.
Just a great example of how stupid uphill is in this game.
Dire's middle tower
15k net worth of it, probably more than that. Yeah, they went uphill with a just shy of 20k net worth advantage, and still got creamed. Please, please make going uphill easier.
At least that had other explanations besides
True.
uphill being trash, you know?
That is true, but in a patch that doesn't look like this, I don't think that defense ever works out.
Yeah, and Joel just dies instantly, which he did die pretty instantly, but not before his goals were accomplished.
They get... Well, they get 1 rack for this.
It's better than where they were 5 minutes ago, I guess.
Considerably, yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Barrel Rider going very forward here. Oh no, Drow. Once again, poor Phoenix just getting abandoned. Though PL is in a very bad spot here. In the middle of a lot of damage. Oh my god, look at him die.
Oh, okay.
Dawnbreaker ult number 2 almost gets rid of him. Just gonna have to sell for Timbersaw.
Oh
Death
no!
has no grip on Wraith King. When you're coming out, what is healing the Ember Spear for so much? Whatever it was, a lot of healing comes out of it. Disengage.
That's very funny actually.
Okay, Viper disarms absolutely nothing. Takes out the Undying here. They only, for all that, they only get 2. Okay, Viper in
Well, that's like a
trouble.
die back, so.
Okay, this is
Okay,
actually super bad. Super
rest in
duper
peace.
bad. Goodbye, PL. No buyback on PL. So they got to die back out of the Undying. Okay, but PL has buyback now. Great. PL has buyback. I can't wait to see it totally not affect him on the charts at all. Timbersaw also gets buyback there.
And the theory is that if you buy back, you like handcuff your team. Because if you do like a big move and you are die back, then the game's over. But
On one hand,
supposed
that's
to be
true,
that
but
way
on the
anyway.
other hand, I kind of hate. Like buyback should be the last resort, and there should be consequences for doing it. You know, not being able to.
Alright, the consequences are your team doesn't do anything for 7 minutes.
Yeah, but the problem is that that's not enough. It should be that you should have a very clear opportunity to lose in those 7 minutes. Maybe it should be
Probably,
more
but-
than 7 minutes, but because the problem is really usually in this patch, because the map is so big, you can just play completely safe for 7 minutes and lose nothing. Like, there have been a lot of matches so far this season, some including this team, the Block and Cheddar team, where you've had 2 consecutive buybacks on 2 consecutive deaths just because you can just stay uphill so effectively. Either way, final shark coming out on the Viper here because Venus once gets up PL. Okay. Man, he's so fast with the Disperser.
Nice. Might still be dead, but nice.
No, he's fine.
Alright.
Roche is up in 5 seconds. So they're gonna get that for pretty much free. Not like it really helped all that much last time. Flamethrower for the Timber Saw. Actually, don't have much magic resist on the Dire of any kind, so it's not gonna be a bad thing to have. Nobody even has like a Mage Slayer. What do you think she's gonna put away for this? The answer is boots.
Yeah. Not really another
Aegis
option.
Undro cheese on the Viper. Everybody is, well, at least gonna consider going back to bot lane. Everybody is going to go back to bot lane. Except Dawnbreaker and the Treant Protector. Okay, Treant probably needs to be with this.
Yeah,
Not enough,
Dawnbreaker's global, but
yeah, and there's not
Tree,
enough
honestly.
crap down here for Tree to ult on. Oh, this is bad. Viper just got stricken. But sadly it matters very little. Timber Saw die back. Okay.
might be it?
Maybe.
Oh, he manted. Unfortunate.
They found Joel here. Joel tried to go in the back line. He has his BKB. I was just gonna get completely wasted by the tree ult. He does have
Tried this goofy
buyback.
strategy again.
Coffee Cat in the middle of everything. Gets disarmed there. Disarm gets knocked off. Viper has the cheese here. He's not stunned.
Dead.
The cheese is out. Megas are up.
Oh my god, look at how hard this is.
Draws the DP out.
Okay, well,
Viper
guess
tries
so.
to DP out.
I guess it's okay to TP there, because you mega them. And you're gonna die twice if you stay.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Shout out mental illness.
What the hell is even that? Oh, you see this? Oh, this is what I've always wanted. Oh, I'm so happy.
He never even says that anymore. They took those lines out of the game, except for the Dota Plus lines. So nobody on the Radiant except Undying has buyback anymore. Hoodwink could in 1,000 gold. But the really sad thing is that by the time everybody's up and they're ready to go again, all the buybacks are going to be back. Trav sneaks an arcane rune. I have glyph for this.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Wraith King's coming.
Dire's middle barracks.
Wraith King wants to eat Shone, but they cannot catch him.
Dire's middle barracks.
Actually pops BKB for absolutely nothing there. A little sad. Jar Ranger sends some friends up to top lane. Where a wonderful display of the ineffectiveness of Mega Creeps is shown here. Timber Saw just single-handedly clears out the entire wave and barely even needs to, as even Undying can take care of it pretty well. Timber Saw Eggs has come out now.
To be honest with you, I don't think they've nerfed buyback in like any patch since I started playing the game. So
There was that era where there was like, if you bought back, you didn't get gold for a while. There was a patch where it was like, if you did it, it extended the buyback
the
for your
gold
next
game.
life. Not the buyback, it extended the death timer next time you died.
Well, it
And
still does that.
if you messed up
Only if you
really
die back,
bad,
I guess.
if you messed up really badly with it, you could have situations where you would like just have like a dieback feedback loop where your lives would be like 100 your respawn timers would be like 100 seconds long. Goodbye, Joel. That's one down. PL disperses,
Two
but
down. It's probably a GG.
yeah,
Or
probably.
they'll make them take it.
Make him take it just to
Deep take
disrespect
range.
just to disrespect the casters.
If you want a victory, take it from my cold dead hands. I respect it.
Timbersaw goes down, Joel calls the G's, and we're going home. I mean, this match was pretty much just exactly what it looked like on paper. Well, that's the long and short of it. There was a window in which PL could have 1v5'd this game if things went better for him than it did. There was a window during which time Block of Cheddar had a very clear, present way to win the game. But the problem is that the PL just was never there. By the time he was like actually relevant, by the time he was ready to go, it's like, you know, every time it's like, okay, so he gets the Ags, but Wraith King got the Radiance, so it doesn't matter. Half the illusions are just going to be missing constantly. They're just going to be melting all the time, right? He got the Ags, but Wraith King got the Radiance. Whoops. Then he got the then he got his next big item, but by the time he got that, the Viper now had the Aghanim Scepter himself, so that was Heart, by the way. So now he had to go for Manta style. You know, every time he almost got there, it was just a little too late. You had a few moments where, you know, you had the crossover of PL gets the ball and doesn't need to get anything, but few and far between, and as predicted, Timbersaw kind of fell off in a pretty miserable way with all the tanky stuff that he got. You know, you could kind of tell the strategy was sort of just like have Hoodwink do the job for him later on, right? Like, Timbersaw just ended up feeling lost here. Just lost in the shuffle. It was a good Drow game. It was a good Viper game outside of the lane. Just, yeah, the PL had to 1v5 this game and he couldn't do it. That's as simple as it gets. Didn't even do the most damage. Didn't even get second place. Just barely more than the Timbersaw, who didn't have a game. That's a little sad. And I guess the Undying didn't really have a game either. Anyway, we'll see what happens next time.